All right, I got a video from Club Shay Shay. Um, I think this video came out like, or I saw a clip of this about a year ago, but I never watched the full interview. It came back across my feed the other day, and I watched it all the way through, and I said to myself, I definitely have to share this. This is uh, Chad Ochocinco's interview on Club Shay Shay, where he talks about his frugal lifestyle, we'll say the least, um, despite earning millions of dollars in the NFL, right? And his mentality. There's only one thing that I just was like, nope, I will never do, and that's at the end of the video, and we'll talk about it. So stick through to the end. There's one thing I said, nope, I'll never do, and it has nothing. It really has nothing to do with being broke or being rich. It's just that's not worth the bit of savings that you might get. But we'll talk through it. We'll walk through it. Definitely stick through for this. I think it should be a mandatory video to watch for any and everyone, really, but especially for those in the Black community, because the stuff that he describes are the things that plagues the Black community when it comes to how we generate and protect and grow our wealth. All right, so y'all stick through, watch this. Do not turn the channel. All right, let me know what you think. It's Ricky Rich for Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
Very fiscally responsible. You're very conscious of what you spend it on and how much you're spending. Have you always been like this?
Always. You got to remember, I stayed at the stadium the first 2 years.
Right.
I didn't want to spend no money.
Right.
What's the point? Why are you telling Marvin gonna come third year? Why are you telling me go rent a house, go buy a house, go rent a condo, when everything I need is right here in the facility at Paul Brown?
Right.
Showers, cafeteria, TV, couch, gaming system. What's the point? What's the point? And I was so locked in, it wasn't about having my own space and having women come.
What about the dating life? How you gonna bring somebody?
For what? I'm locked in. I'm a rookie. I ain't got time. Date for what? Date for what? I needed that 1 year lock in, catch the rhythm. My second year, I caught the rhythm. I caught the rhythm of the game. Right. I felt like, okay, I got it now.
Because I think a third year I came and I did a sit down with you in your place.
Yeah. At that point, okay, I got it now. I was good. And that's when Marvin came in and also said, now it's time for you to be responsible, spread your wing, get your own place. So listen, I moved right down the street. One Lido place, I'll never forget. One little bedroom.
You mentioned that you're fiscally responsible. Is there anything that you purchase you like, I wish I had done that. That was the waste of my effing money.
Probably some of the cars, maybe in year 4, but it
all those don't Chevy?
Yeah. The high-end vehicles. But I didn't purchase at least everything.
Right.
Bugatti, Ferrari, I did it all.
Right.
But the funny thing about it is I got to a point in my career, and I wish people, athletes more so, if you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value.
Wow.
Facts.
My name itself, Ochocinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than, why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains.
But you already had, but see, the thing is, you already had, it's easy for you to do that now, Ocho, because you had the jewelry, you had the car.
No. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So all you do for...
Yes, for what? What am I doing it for? The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework, don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch? 80.
I just had this, or I always have this conversation with my wife in terms of she for whatever reason won't believe me when I tell her that there are athletes and entertainers out there that literally do not they buy fake jewelry. It may not be like swap meet fake, right? Like Del Amo swap meet fake, but they're the big gold chains that may cost them $2,000, right? That looks like a $30 million chain or something crazy, right? But it only cost them a couple grand, and it looks, it feels, everything checks out, and the fact of the matter, like you said, who's gonna question it? Who's gonna question it? His value, his name is more valuable than anything that he could buy. And so who's going to question it? Right. And I say the same thing in reverse. This is part of the reason why I've never been into designer things, designer clothes, designer bags and stuff like that, because it works in reverse. I've literally been with one of the homies. We saw somebody, we was out somewhere. We saw somebody walking through the neighborhood with a Louis Vuitton mammogram purse. I know this because the wife has a real one, right? But she had it, and that's not a flex. It's just I just know that she has a real one, so I knew what that purse was. And the homie looked at the girl with the purse and said, "Oh, it's probably fake." And the reason why he said that was because where we were in like a we was in like a just we were in Miami, but we were in like a more, I'll say a urban spot of Miami, right? We was actually at a barbecue place, and she walked in, and I asked, like, why would you think that it's fake? Right? He couldn't even really answer, but just psychologically, he went to it being fake, probably because of where we were. She had the purse. I don't remember if she had on any like, she just looked like a regular person versus celebrity, right? And again, she's walking down the street to the spot, and to me that's like the reverse of what he's saying. Like people are spending their money on these types of things. They think that it represents a certain level of value about them, but in public, people think it's fake anyway. Right? And not that you should be buying things for other people, but many people do. Many people are buying this stuff to impress people that they don't even know or they don't even like, and those people think that it's fake anyway. And I shared the same thing with my wife, because I'm saying the same thing, like, spend all that money on that, and we walking through the airport, and people going, they see you, we black, they think it's fake anyway. What's the point? And that she was the first person that I had heard tell me, well, I'm not buying it for them. I'm like, well, that makes sense, but just letting you know. And I see it on every flight that I get on, right? I see people, they got their Louis Vuitton, they got their, what's that, MCM bags, they got all these expensive looking bags, and then they get on and they go to 42D in the back of the plane, and got a middle seat because they got the cheapest plane ticket, and it's like it don't even match. Now I really think the stuff is fake, right? My opinion doesn't matter, but what I'm saying is it's exactly what he's saying in reverse. Okay, if it doesn't match, if it doesn't fit everything else, right? You got the nice car, but you're pulling up in the apartment. You got the nice bags, but you sitting, at the back of the plane on a Spirit airline, right? You got it, like, or you could be like him. My net worth is out there. People have seen me play sports. My name is the game, and so now he's like, I I can buy fake things and they're gonna think it's real, and I don't have to spend the money. To me, I think that's genius. I think anybody out there that's literally taking their money and dumping it into these companies that don't even give a damn about you, into products that do not grow in value and do not grow your value, is foolish. If you want the look, then go ahead and get the fake stuff, man. Just get the fake stuff. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know. All right, fake stuff has gotten really good these days. I've seen it. I don't buy fake stuff, but I don't need to buy fake stuff because I don't buy things that are of super high value. He's gonna mention some stores here in a minute, and those are stores I shop at. So I had to break that down because I thought that was one of the key things. And I've heard several celebrities, including like T-Pain. T-Pain is another one that I've heard talk about, you buying replicas and fake things just because their value is, their name and their value as a person is much higher. And so they don't need to buy the real stuff. Let's continue on. Oh.
20 minutes to 4.
What time is it real quick? Eddie.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch? $80,000 watch? What time is it real quick? Please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
It ain't cost you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for?
Right.
For what? I'm Ocho. What's the point?
Right.
There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone. So it made no sense. But everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me. It's pointless.
How do you express that to your kids when they know who you are? They know what you have.
That's the hard part. Is getting them to have that mindset I have, because they ain't cutting it. With the missus, she ain't having it. Them 8.5 carats, that's real.
Right.
Anything I purchase for her is real.
It's real.
Yeah. So the kids, I allow them to do the designer and the nice stuff because I done saved 83% of my salary. So it's okay. And I have stuff coming in already. Oh, yeah, still coming in. Thank you, Dougie. And so life is good because I was able to sustain and keep most of my wealth that I made when I was playing, and life is still going good. So I allow the kids to enjoy, but I need them to understand there's going to come a time.
They got to get off daddy payroll.
You're going to have to get off that payroll. But for right now, I will always be there for them, no matter what they want.
Right.
Long as you don't try to live a lifestyle that you know you can't afford.
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah. I'm
going to let you enjoy yourself now.
Right. You went for viral for wearing the same outfit on the trip.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think I heard you pack. You went maybe it was soccer, and you packed like 3 outfits, and you were there for like 2 weeks.
That's it. That's all you need.
Like a couple of pair of drawers.
That's it.
A couple of t-shirts and a pair of shorts.
That's all you need. I took all blended family.
Right.
We all went to the Bahamas for New Year's.
Okay.
So the kids, I know they like to look nice. You know the young kids these days, man. Okay, we're going to all go to Amiri. So I took all the kids to Amiri, all of them. Everybody got an outfit. Everybody got shoes. I got my little outfit. Price tag, $23,000. Ooh, $23,000. Remember, it's 8 of us now. Amiri ain't cheap.
Hold up. So what did they put back?
They ain't put nothing back. This is a one-time thing. It's the holidays. Yeah, $23,000. So boom. Okay, I understood what I just paid for all this stuff for the kids. So we're gonna have a good time. We stayed at Atlantis. I ain't take that Amiri off the whole trip. I took me a shower. Each day, changed underwear, put a new tank top on, and put that shit right back on. You know what I paid for this? I don't care who see me, so I made my own personal video letting people know you probably gonna see me over and over in the same outfit. Let me give you
let me help you understand why.
And I always do that all the time. Dude, I shop at H&M. Look, this whole outfit, this cost me $6. It's Urban Outfitters. And it's from the sale rack. It's a Levi jacket and some Dickies that's cut off. Like I'm a skateboarder. I don't skate, but I look good.
Yeah. So that's your whole thing.
And I've always been this way. So you can't, the people on the outside that might be new to who I am now that a little older don't understand. I've been this way the past 20, 25 years.
So you're not gonna let society shape Ochocinco's idea of who he is or what he should be?
Never. I never been that way because I don't need validation from nobody on the outside. Never have, and that's another.
Mom
That's
gonna give you validation, you straight. The kids give you validation, that's dad, we good.
And some of the time they make fun of me, so I don't really need validation from me. You know, but that's another downfall for us too.
Right.
That's another downfall in society. We always need validation and acceptance from others.
If Commissioner Goodell let you into the rookie symposium and let you talk,
I need to. He needs to let me do that.
Well, hopefully they're watching this.
I need to do it. I got Roger on speed dial. I got him on speed dial. I need to do that.
About financial literacy.
Yes, but the problem is it's going to go in one ear and out the other, especially at their age. It's like me going to talk to kids and that's getting NIL deals.
Right.
You got everybody in your ear. You don't know who to tell no to. You got all these investment people. You know how many horror stories there are about NFL players that invest in companies? I mean, Usain Bolt just going through an issue.
12.7, I saw that.
Going out of his account. Because the investment, listen, the best investment person is yourself. Do your homework. You don't need all these people. Because if they knew, name one investment person that's in a position and is rich. How you gonna tell me what to do with my money and you haven't made it yet?
Right.
To give me an example of what I should do. Nah, man, I don't like that. I don't like that. We put our money in too many people's hands and you don't know what's going on.
You say you interned at Morgan Stanley. Was it of the utmost important that you go understand? You knew what money was, but now that I have it, how do I keep it?
Yeah.
And that's what I always tell guys. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep.
And the funny part about it is people's social media. Well, if I spin this bag, I'm gonna just go make it back. It ain't like you think.
No.
And people, they think the cure and the fix for the problem is, well, give me more money, I'm gonna be all right. Well, the more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. Well, just give me more and more. No, the more you get, the more you're gonna spend. And people ain't gonna listen because we are caught up in looking a certain way, living a certain way, trying to appease others who don't really care nothing about you, just to say, oh, I got it.
Wow.
Well, shit, I got it too and I had it for almost 30 years.
So is that in us or is that social media? Because I look at social media, I'm like, well, damn, I might need to get me another job or two because how she got a hop.
Listen, we can't compete with people that's scamming and doing fraud.
Okay.
We can't do that.
No, I can't.
We can't
Facts.
do that.
Let me back that up. Let me back that up. All right, y'all listen to that again. Sometimes you got to just replay stuff.
She got a hop.
Listen, we can't compete with people that's scamming and doing fraud.
Okay.
We can't do that.
No, I can't.
We can't do that.
I like my freedom.
We can't do that. Now, there are very few people that can sustain that lifestyle consistently over time.
Because normally people that's making it legally and doing the right thing, they don't post it on social media, right?
No. You know how hard it is to live like that all the time, consistently, and be fly every day.
Yeah.
Jewelry and listen, eras of rappers. Think about the era before us.
Right.
Everybody was flashy, stunned, and after 10 years, what happens?
They ain't flashy, they ain't stuff.
No, you can't. It's impossible to sustain.
Right.
It's impossible.
I would like to fly private. I need to get me on. I want to make enough money I can fly
private?
Yeah.
Shh, I ain't flying private. I'm Spirit. Dougie, what I fly, Dougie? Put me on Spirit. Exit row, window seat. That's all I need.
No,
as long as
sir.
I get from point A to point B. I don't need private.
No, sir.
I just want to.
No, sir. Okay. No, sir. That's the part I said. I would no. Okay. Not doing Spirit. I gave that up. All right. I agree with everything else he said except for flying Spirit. Okay. It's not even cheaper. I've said it before in other videos. It's not even cheaper when you really factor in everything. It's sometimes more expensive. A lot of times it's more expensive, and in most cases, the savings isn't even worth the overall experience. Right? You might save $50. Whoop-de-doo. But guess what? You don't get any water. You don't get any snacks. They're not friendly. They charge you for breathing on the plane, right? So it's like, no, it's not even a real saving. So don't need to go down that, but that's the one thing that I just, and like I said, that has nothing to do with and because I don't ever see the savings. That it's not a save, like a rich versus poor or got it, don't got it type deal. Like, all these airlines have affordable ways of flying now. That's part of the reason why Spirit filed for bankruptcy, and they probably won't be in existence for another 5 or 10 years. But again, that's a whole nother story. What he did say at the, right before that was key as well.
Flat
happens.
They ain't flashy, they ain't stuff.
No, you can't. Jury and listen, eras of rappers.
What right here when he's talking about the just the overall sustainability of being able to live the lifestyle that we see on social media, right? That I had never heard it broken down like that before. First of all, we've likely all heard people say, like, social media, people are fake on social media. It's probably not real. But I've never heard anyone break it down like, don't compete with scammers and schemers, which a lot of people are, especially on social media, right? that blew my mind. And then it double blew my mind when he's talking about the sustainability factor of, like, it's impossible to sustain the type of lifestyle that people are showing glimpses of, right? Fancy eating, flying everywhere, clothes, cars, parties, like all of these celebrity looking things, right? That's impossible to sustain and grow and hold your wealth. You will always end up broke that way. You will always end up crashed out and broke because and like you said, when you look at people with real money, they don't do that because they already understand the game. If I want to continue to grow this wealth, there are certain actions that I have to do and certain things that I cannot do, or at least I cannot do consistently enough to where it's blowing up my social media feed. And I thought that was one of the many. I'm gonna say that right there was probably the key and one of the most realist things on this video was just that. Do not compete with scammers, and I'm gonna use the hell out of that. I'm gonna use the hell out of that. Right? We're constantly consuming content that, from a basic standpoint, is just not real. Like, you can even go to my social media feed, which I've since reduced down to just one image. But before, it was I only post when I'm traveling and when I'm eating or supporting a Black-owned business, and that's or exercise. That's it. On my stories, on my feed, it's typically traveling and supporting Black-owned businesses. That's it. Right. So if someone were to come to my feed, and people have come to my feed and ask me, oh, what do you do? And all this other stuff, curious about my ability to be able to travel so frequently. It's not even that I travel that often. It just may look like that because that's the only thing that I post. Right. But if you look at if you were to have looked at the dates between my posts, you would see probably post a few times a year. I don't post that much. I'm too busy. I don't have enough time to post. I don't have enough time to be showing my inflated lifestyle. But I use that as an example of, like, I don't even purposely, look to try and make things look like it's not. My life on social media is essentially exactly what my life is, minus the negative stuff, minus the grind, minus the processes. What I show are just positive events, not inflated, but just positive events. And just with that, if everybody were to just do that, it would still come off like everybody's life is just amazing, right? So psychologically, if you're consuming all this content psychologically, it still messes you up, right? And then you have people like he's describing who are being disingenuous, that are scheming and scamming and just being fake completely online, and people are measuring themselves up to that. You can't. The only way you can is by doing the same thing, and that's not an option, right? So this was an excellent interview. This is an excellent interview. Hopefully this is thought provoking for you as it was for me. Again, I started just to watch just a couple minutes like I typically do. And then next thing I know, I had watched the whole thing. And so I had to come back and share it. And again, watching it again was just as enlightening as it was the first time. So I hope, again, this dropped a year ago. Hopefully, hopefully it is your first time watching it, or if it's not, then it's still a good refresher. But either way, lots of new information for me. So I'll share it regardless. All right. But y'all definitely let me know what y'all think on this. Comments, your opinions, give me your thoughts. All right. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.